whenever we want to do something, fear can creep up and prevent us from actually going ahead and doing it. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Hi, it's Kim.
Hi, it's Christine.
We are here to help you navigate change. But before we start, make sure you like, share, and subscribe because you want to be the first one to know when we get new videos available.
Usually when we're trying to do something, especially when it comes to like career or relationships, something that isn't going to jeopardize our physical safety, it has to do with the lack of confidence in ourselves and our decision-making skills. So while you're trying to figure out whether or not you should go for something, in addition to that, it would be really great if you did things to improve your confidence in yourself and your decision-making skills. So Kim, do you want to share some tips we have into how you can do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So retrospection is one thing I really like. So going back inside you, thinking about why you want to do it. Do you want to do it for the right reason? Why don't you want to do it? Is it for the right reason? So by kind of taking time to really think of your past, and I'm not talking about going back into trauma, that's not what I'm saying, but about your lesson learned, you can really see maybe other situations where you were feeling the same and you have to, that step forward and it turned out to be a success. And you might have negative experience, but just know that because it was not positive doesn't mean this one will be positive. So really reassess where you are at this point in your life and what have you learned that could help you make this situation a little bit less scary first, but also give you that drive and that motivation just to go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that idea of kind of looking at what you've gone through and what you've kind of accomplished already to kind of help you realize that you can do something great. The other thing that you can do is you can surround yourself with supportive people. So that can be mentors, that can be friends, anybody that, can really coach you and help guide you to where you want to be, and to be that person in your corner saying, yes, you can, yes, you will. I believe in you. I believe that you can do it.
I love what you're saying right now because I'm really into support system. And just remember, you're your worst critic. So often what you see that is unachievable, other people will have a way better view and direction about it. And they will be able to clear up some of the air and tell you, you know what, this is not realistic. You can totally do it because you are your worst critic. You don't see your full potential when others sometimes have an easier way to see it and express it to you. And sometimes you just need to hear it from someone.
Mm-hmm. The next thing too, which is really big based on the confidence in the people, is you have to get outside of your own head sometimes. Sometimes we live in our own head, we feel pressures, we create stories, we create scary scenarios, and it's important to get out of your own head sometimes. And you can do this by meditating, you can do it by going for a walk, you can do it by hanging out with friends, but just to really put things into perspective.
You say get out of your own head, and I'm taking it literally. Get out. Get out. You've been in your house for a while, go on the balcony. You've been in the office for a very long time, go for a walk. Get out. Change the environment around you. It's going to change your old perspective.
Mm-hmm. The next thing is to get an accountability partner. So whenever you're doing something that's scary, it's really, really easy, like Kim said, to be your own worst critic and to talk yourself out of something that you actually really want to do. So if you have an accountability partner and if you have a support system, this is somebody who you are going to say, look, I'm going to be applying for these jobs, or look, I'm going to be, going through these health and wellness goals, and I'm going to be sticking to it. You want somebody who is somebody that you trust and you can actually talk to. You also want somebody who's going to help you stick to it. We've all had those gym teachers where, they say do 5 push-ups, and, when they're not looking, we don't do 5 push-ups because we know we can get away with it. But then we've also had those gym teachers who are like, 5 push-ups, and I mean it. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do 5 push-ups. And I know that, she's got the sixth sense where if I'm not doing it, she's going to not be very happy with me. So you want to find that person who is actually going to keep you accountable, not that person who, you feel like you can have a little bit of wiggle room. And, if you if you ask for an inch, like you can actually get a mile and kind of talk yourself out of it.
Not only personal development wise, but professionally wise or relationship wise. Somebody that's at your level will help you having that view of the right now, as well as want to grow with you. So as you're making those steps, that person kind of grow with you and you build on each other.
Yeah, for sure. And the last tip that I have, which is a proactive way to handle fear, is to put yourself in different or new or scary circumstances where you feel uncomfortable as often as possible. So you want to start to get comfortable being uncomfortable and realizing that it can be okay. So I strongly recommend that you take up new hobbies, like for like a different sport, or take up knitting, or put yourself in a different situation where you can meet new people, or where you can try a new role that you've never done before, because that's going to build that resilience, and that's going to help you really put fear into perspective.
And I always say the best way to do that is just to know your strength and your weakness. Because once you know your strength, you know your weakness, this is the time where you can go in the weakness part and make your weakness become your strength. So I always give the example of somebody that's really, really scared of speaking in public and goes, for public speaking class, or, take on that presentation at work. And it's just pushing what you feel is your weakness. And more you practice, more it's going to become one of your strengths.
We hope that you enjoyed this video. If there are any other topics that you want us to cover, please place them in the comment section below.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.